Hello, everybody, and welcome to a impromptu, sort of, Sunday Live. Chef Yin and I planned it a few days ago, sometime last week, I think. And I'm super excited because we actually haven't talked, like, for real in months and months and months. It's been a really long time. Every once in a while, we'll message on Instagram or something like that and see how everything's going. But I see some of you are already here, so I know you're excited. So what I'd love you to do is to tell me hello, tell us where you're from. Go ahead and hit the like button if you're planning on staying, so that'll get it out to more people and more people can see it. We're going to talk about all things Ninja Creami, which is my favorite topic. And now it's Chef Yin's favorite topic. I've turned her into a Ninja Creami gal. Just like I did you guys as well. And Apple says hello. So anybody else tell us hi, what the weather's like. If it's cold or warm, like it's been like warm and then cold and then warm and then cold here. What's the temperature in Malaysia?
Hi, Kathy, and hi, everyone. It's either hot or it's raining or it's both. It's hot and it's raining.
That's hilarious. So I'm gonna put it on you, and then I may just interrupt as I have some questions or something from the people in the audience, or just to clarify. Oh, Plants Only Muncher is here, and so is Mona. Yay! And yay to everybody else who's here as well, who's being quiet. It's okay to be introverted and just hang out too. And then I'll let you kind of introduce yourself. Happy Camper from Newfoundland, Canada has lots of snow. Ooh, and Apple says that she's eyeballing your Thermomix. It's a magical machine to most of us in North America. You and I have talked about that before because I even worked with a brand that was trying to make a less expensive one because it just hasn't caught on here, which is strange since we love all things gadgets, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. Mona said that she saw you yesterday and you were so informative and interesting, which is awesome.
Thank
Oh,
you so much.
Karen says there's a blizzard in Northwest New Jersey already. We're supposed, in the northeast of the United States, we're supposed to be getting some blizzard weather, but I thought it was later. Anyhow, I'm going to be quiet. I will catch you guys up on the comments later on. We're going to go just to you. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your background, maybe introduce yourself for people who might not already know you, even though they should already know you. And tell them a little bit maybe about the bundle and your contributions to the bundle this year, and maybe even in past years.
Okay, sure. So, hi, everyone. I'm Raw Chef Yin. I'm a raw vegan chef based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So for me right now, I'm kind of in the future. It's already Monday morning at 8:06 a.m. I focus mainly on education. So I do workshops and talks and demos and consultations and on all raw vegan food. I also create online courses, and I've also written some ebooks as well as a print book. Oh, I almost forgot about my print book. Um, so I'm author of this book called Guilt Free Desserts. It's 50 raw vegan desserts. It came out in November 2020 during the lockdown. I was supposed to go on the book tour, and the book tour had to be cancelled because of the all the lockdowns. But it did hit the Kinokuniya Malaysia's best selling list in November 2020. So I'm really proud of that. Um, Prior to the lockdowns, I used to do a lot of in-person workshops and at cooking studios, at vegan cafes, and in the shopping malls, at vegan festivals. I presented at a lot of vegan festivals. I presented at all the veg fests in Malaysia. I think they've had like 6 or 7 veg fests so far. Presented at World Vegan Day in Malaysia as well. I've also presented in other countries in Singapore at the Singapore Vegan Festival on how to make raw vegan cheese. I presented at the Bali Vegan Festival on how to make raw vegan mooncakes. I presented at the Perth Vegan Expo on how to make raw vegan onigiri, and also at the Brighton Summer Vegan Festival on how to make kimchi. So yeah, previously I used to travel around the world teaching people how to make beautiful, delicious vegan food. I've also taught in UK, in London, on how to make tempeh. And when I went to visit Kathy and Cheryl way back in 2024,
I was going to
I
say that because I'm like, don't forget, you got to demo in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina. It wasn't even in Durham, North Carolina. We drove 40 minutes away in this very small area where my friend has a plant pod set up. They were under the Dr. Campbell plant pod communities, but everybody loved you.
yeah, so that was in Chapel Hill, right? Yeah, in
Yes.
yeah, where you were, and that was really fun. So I presented how to make a achar. So it's kind of like a pineapple, cucumber, chili salad, and also we also made the ice cream, my passion fruit coconut ice cream in the Ninja Creami as well. So yeah, that's what I do. Now I do a lot of I do Instagram lives, I do YouTube lives, sometimes on Facebook as well. So I am Raw Chef Yin on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. RAWCHEFYIN. So if you want to go and check me out there, you can check me out. Yeah, so I do a lot of lives there as well. Let me think. I presented a TEDx talk as well, way back in 2018. So you can check out the talk. I talk about the transformative power of raw vegan food. You can check that out on YouTube. I think the last time I checked, maybe like 80 over 1,000 views. It should be more by now because I haven't gone in to look at it and see how many people have been watching that. But I know like people come to my YouTube, or they come to my Facebook, or they email me and say like, "Oh, I found you on your TEDx talk." So yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. And one of the things too for everybody to know here, actually, let me switch to two cameras for just a second. Down below, if you click, like it'll start to say the date and some stuff and ... click ... that will open up. And Chef Yin has links to all her platforms and the TEDx talk right there. So you don't even have to bother with the search, just ...
Oh yeah. Thank you so much, Kathy, for putting those in the show notes so that people can easily access those. So yeah, Kathy and I met, I think, through this vegan health bundle, and yeah, we've been doing lives with each other. And then when I went to the US, when I was planning a trip to the US, I was like, oh, I definitely have to go and meet her. So we went. Us and I, my partner and I, we went over, and she took us around. We went to Asheville as well. So not only did we stay with her, we went on a mini holiday with her to Asheville, and she took us to all the cool places to eat, all the cool places to look at. Yeah, so that was really fun. And I can't believe that's been so long. It's been more than a year already.
I know it's been over a year for sure. And it just seems like it was just not that long ago. I feel like last year just flew by.
Yeah,
I don't know how you felt. It was like, oh, is it 2025 now? 2024 maybe? I don't know. But it was fun, and getting to take you to some cool places like Plant and Asheville. And also for us just to find some little places was really fun. And I'm looking forward to the future. We don't have a plan exactly of going to like your area. And if maybe not exactly Malaysia, then maybe we can at least meet up in Japan.
Oh, that would be fun. I would love to go back to Japan. Yeah.
I want to go to Japan so bad, but I'd love to see Malaysia as well. Like Japan is a place that I've wanted to go since I was like 17 years old. So that,
Right.
so I could go to Japan and go to Malaysia and go, oh, I only want to come back to Malaysia because it's delightful. But we've been going on a lot of cruises, and Cheryl doesn't want to do long flights. We're going to take finally our first flight back and forth from Europe later
Right.
this year. We've been taking an ocean liner from New York to Southampton to get to Europe. We're doing that twice this year.
So, are there any cruises that after you go to Europe, it goes to Asia? Is
Yes, and
that
there's ones that go, so there's transatlantic cruises, which is what we've been doing. There's trans-Pacific. So there's actually
ah,
some that go from Seattle or Vancouver to the Fiji Islands or Japan or Australia, and then kind of do over in
ah,
there. They're
okay.
long, but
Yeah.
we'll also see how everything works out. We just changed a bunch of our plans because we got some really cheap, good deals for June. And
Oh,
so now in November, instead of taking the transatlantic over that we were going to do, we're flying from Dover or Southampton. We're flying from the UK, I think Dover, to, Paris. We're flying from Paris to Iceland, spending the night, and then doing Iceland to Raleigh, Durham. They have a direct flight from Reykjavik to Raleigh, Durham Airport. And so that way we're splitting it
landed.
up. Oh, you were on that one?
No, I mean the when we landed in Raleigh, I think we landed in Raleigh, right? Was that
Yeah,
it?
that's the airport you were in too. It's not a big giant airport, so I was kind of surprised that was a hub stop for
Oh,
Iceland Air, but that kind of cuts it down to more of 8 or 9 hours at a time. Because
yeah.
you're kind of amazing because you're yeah, we flew 80 bazillion hours, and you're tough about it.
No, I understand why you guys don't want to do long haul flights. I don't really want to either because I had actually invites to do two raw vegan festivals this year in the US. Woodstock asked me whether I was interested, and I think Texas Fruit Festival also asked me, but
Ooh.
I had to say no because I think the flights were just too long. I mean, they're obviously not paying for the flights, right? If they pay for the flights, of course I'll say yes. But no, I have to find my own way there. So so I was like, oh, it's such a long flight, you know. It's not even like it's so expensive. I mean, it is expensive, but the other thing is that it's really, really long.
How many hours is it about from Malaysia to the US? I know there's 80 million ways you could work it, but when you usually come, about how
So
many hours?
I think what we did was we tried to when we came over that time we did Malaysia to Singapore. That's a very short flight. That's like under an hour, I think like maybe 40-50 minutes. And then we took the direct flight from Singapore to San Francisco. And I believe that was maybe 16 hours, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But some people, what they do is, or you could do the other one is from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia to Japan, and then Japan to um, US. Or the other thing that we have done, I've done a few, right? Because I've traveled to US so many times. We also do Singapore to Hong Kong.
Mhm.
No, Malaysia to Hong Kong. Malaysia to Hong Kong, I think is like 3.5 hours or
So it cuts
something,
it a little bit.
or more. And then Hong Kong to US is about 12 hours, I think. Yeah. I think anything more than 12 hours, I'm just like, oh, this is so tiring. But yeah. And I think we've done Taiwan as well. KL to Taiwan, then Taiwan to US. Yeah.
Well, last year, and I don't think I told you this, so we took an Alaskan cruise, and so it went out a couple of time zones, more than we really go that way. And then we came back and we flew overnight. We didn't sleep at all, and we actually got jet lagged for the first time ever. And
Ah,
I did not understand what jet lag really was. I thought it just meant you were really tired.
no.
Yeah, no, it's way bigger than that. I was like, I don't feel my gut. I make all my decisions from my gut, and I'm like, I have no idea how to make decisions in this state. like,
Yeah,
do I
I get
eat?
it. you're so disoriented, and that for me, it takes me a week to get over jet lag. So yeah, that's why we need to plan our trips longer, because if not, when I arrive in the US, it's like the whole, if I'm only there for a week, I can't do anything at all. And then when I come back, I think it takes me like 2 weeks to get over or something.
It's so that's one of the cool things that we've liked about taking the Queen Mary over from New York to Southampton. So it's a 7 day cruise, which it's not really a cruise, but there's stuff to do and they feed you and you have a place to sleep and they have vegan food that you can get. But so like every day for a while, it just goes forward 1 hour. And so you
Mm,
have a much longer time to kind of come to grips with it.
yeah.
And we did not get jet lag then. Hi,
Oh,
Colleen and Cranberry Merlin. Awesome to see you guys.
oh, Cranberry Merlin, that's Anna
Oh,
from
okay.
Europe. Yeah, yeah, that's Anna from Germany. She's always she always watches my lives, and I think she told me that she started watching you as well through me, because, and she said you sound like a really nice person.
Oh, thank you. I hope so. Um, Someone said we'll all be in withdrawal tomorrow.
Oh, because of the bundle. I think
Oh, yes. Okay. Because I was like, what's going on that I don't know?
so many bundle lives going on. I've been doing lives almost every single day. Not every single day, because this time the bundle fell across Chinese New Year. That's why I'm my Chinese New Year clothes and my paper cuttings, my Chinese paper cuttings.
It's awesome, though. I love seeing Chinese New Year stuff. It's so festive.
Oh yeah, it's very very festive, and the fireworks have been going off like every single night, and there's lion dances as well. So it's quite noisy though.
Have you been putting any of that on your Instagram, or is it just kind of normal for you so you don't? Because I know that your US fans would probably love to see it.
Oh yeah, I didn't really put it because I've just been trying to do all the lives and send out all the emails for the bundle, and yeah, and reply to these questions. So yeah, in
I
between that.
saw on TikTok, um, there was like a little Frenchie dog, those little short legged dogs with the kind of funny ears. Someone put a dragon costume on him and he was like going around. It was really cute. It was really cute. And so when you were talking about that and you said the dragon dance, and that's all I could see was the silly Frenchie doing their dragon dance. Um,
The dragon, yeah, the dragon dances are really cool. Ooh, ooh! I want to show you this dragon head. Can you? Yeah, yeah. Give me 2 3 seconds.
Oh,
I go and
absolutely. I'm going to read Apple's comment too. Apple's telling us about jet lag. Jet lag symptoms include sleep disruption, insomnia or early waking, extreme daytime fatigue, impaired concentration, check, mood swings, and digestive issues like constipation or diarrhea. I was just like, it's almost like, if you're having a dream and you're just not sure where you are or what's going on. It was like that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Did
check
you
out what
make that?
it's got a bell, and I can actually wear it. So we attended this workshop, and yeah.
That's amazing. Go more towards yeah, there you go. You can see it all now. That is
Yeah,
beautiful. So you made that in a paper workshop?
yeah, yeah. It's so awesome, right?
It's
It's got a bell,
amazing. Oh my
and
God.
it's huge.
It is huge. So will you like maybe sit it on a table or find a way to put it on the wall, or is that something you're going to put away, store nicely for next year?
Yeah, so let me put it. Yeah,
I
let me
just
put
don't
it
know
down.
what the traditions are. Cranberry Merlin says, I love this. This looks so cool. Colleen says, wow. Um, Kiss says, how fun. And Apple says, wow.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. So there's this new mall near my house, like less than 20 minutes drive away. So that's considered near. Because in where I live, it's like you need to drive at least half an hour to go anywhere. So anyway, it's like yeah, like a 17-minute drive from where I am. And because they're trying to get people into the to visit the mall and get people into the mall to shop, they've been doing this series of free workshops. And because it's Chinese New Year, they had like that making the lion head, and also this paper cutting workshop, which we attended yesterday as well, and we cut the into Chinese paper cutting. So it's all it comes in. It's kind of like a kit. Well, it's not a kit. Yeah, it's a kit, right? So
Mhm.
everything's printed out and there's cutouts. So you just kind of push the cutouts and then you just assemble it. But it took us an hour to assemble everything. Yeah, and it was free, so it was really really fun. And I think it was more geared towards the kids, but we didn't care because the tables that they had to do it was like
Really,
really low tables. These
and you're tall.
So can you imagine me and us there? We're so tall and we're sitting on these tiny little stools, and then we're surrounded by all these kids with all their parents. And we're the like, I think we're most probably the only adults without any kids. And we're like, can we do one too? They're like, yeah, sure. What color do you want? Do you want the yellow? Do you want the red? So yeah, that was really cool.
Oh, how fun! That's so much fun, and what a great festive time of the year. I know that a lot of people here are talking because isn't it the year of the fire horse? Is that correct?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us about what that means in your culture instead of me just reading what somebody told me about it?
I was gonna tell you like I don't know what a fire horse is. Okay, I tell you what I understand. I mean, like, there's like 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac. And I know that I am born in the year of the rat, and Oz is born in the year of the monkey. And I think the fire, they're talking about the elements, right? Because there's like fire and earth and water and all that. But
And I think
so,
wood, right? Because someone said it would. We're coming out of the year of the wood snake, going into the year of the fire. I had never heard it. I've only heard the animal. I never heard the element paired with it till this year.
so they are the elements as well. So yeah, like wood is an element, fire is an element. Yeah, so that's the element tied to that year. But I don't I didn't look it up. I mean, I'm more of like making the food. So Chinese takeout, which is my raw vegan Chinese takeout course in the vegan health bundle. That is ending today actually. Oh, we should actually talk about the vegan health bundle as well.
That's true because if you don't already have the bundle, we're in the final hours of it. So I'm in Eastern Standard Time. The bundle is in Pacific Standard Time, which is like 3 hours later. So it's about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The bundle is no more. Poof, gone. And what I want you to know, and I know those of you who know this are like, why does she say this all the time? Every year I get emails the next day. Can you please sell me the bundle? I have no control over it. I cannot. They turn off the sales part and I have no way of turning it back on for you. So if you think you're going to have FOMO, it's only $49. It's like, what is it this year? Like $4,500 worth of stuff.
Yeah, 4638, I think. Yeah.
4,638. So I have in 2 full microwave classes because this is my, if you don't want to get microwave stuff, this is a cute piggy. Isn't he cute? I don't know if you've seen him. So it vents things. So you can put it on a glass bowl and cook them that way. I've been using these any day pans because they're non-toxic. And so they're like glass and like some kind of metal you can put in the microwave, some magic alien metal. And I don't know what it's made out of. And so you can do things when you just don't feel like it. Sometimes it's seasonal affective disorder, if you've worked too hard, or you've been Chinese New Yearing too hard, right? You just want something easy. So tell us both about the Chinese takeout class, which is awesome that you have in there, as well as your new Ninja Creami book.
Yeah, so I have a raw vegan Chinese takeout course that I created because I love all these Chinese flavors, and I think whenever I traveled to the US, I would always look for a Panda Express or some kind of like hole in the wall Chinese takeout place because I like eating rice and I like eating all the food with Chinese flavors. So I developed that course that has like some of your classic Chinese takeout dishes like cashew chicken, General Tso's chicken. They're all like obviously it's obviously mushrooms because some people are like, is this a vegan channel? Why are you talking about chicken? Why are you talking about beef and broccoli? So yes, it's all raw vegan. And there's even a recipe for fortune cookies as well if you guys are interested. Yeah, so everything is raw vegan, everything is oil free. It's a course, so you get the recipe booklet, so there's step by step recipes, and you also get to see the videos as well on how to make all these dishes. So that's my Chinese takeout cost, and that is already valued at 50 US dollars. So if you buy it separately from me, it's 50 US dollars. But if you get the vegan health bundle at 49 US dollars, you get my course, you get my brand new Ninja Creami Copycats ebook, you get Kathy's two microwave classes as well. And then you get like 60 over ebooks and courses in the vegan health bundle, including Chef AJ's. She hosted a plant powered party, 3 day party in Vegas, and you get to watch all the replays as well for that. So yeah, so my Ninja Creamy ebook, that's been really fun. I was like, oh, I need to create a new product, and then for the vegan health bundle, and then I was like, oh, because I got this Ninja Creamy in I think late May, and I've been blown away by the texture of the ice cream that comes with it. And yes, because I was making tons of Kathy's recipes from her ebook 1, ebook 2, ebook 3, I was like, wow, okay, I need to make I want to make I want to develop my own recipes which are raw vegan, and I wanted to come up with things that are different from Kathy as well. So I was experimenting with different ingredients like the cherry moya. This is like the frozen cherry moya if someone's wondering. Although I think it's a bit expensive to get it in US, but in Malaysia it's pretty reasonable. And I saw Chris Kendall also eating a lot of cherry moya, so I guess you can get it easily in Europe. And then what I wanted to do was I grew up eating ice cream a lot. We always had a tub of ice cream in our fridge when I was growing up, and I actually loved ice cream so much that I wanted to work at Baskin Robbins. But because I heard that they give free ice cream to the staff working
That's
there, um,
awesome. That's such a great story.
yeah, and then I think we had the premium ice cream in Malaysia at that time was also Haagen-Dazs. I never got to eat any Baskin no Ben and Jerry's until I first stepped foot into the US, and this was in 2004. I think I landed in Vegas because I was accompanying my press to a press conference. I think what was that? I think that was Veritas, yeah, Veritas software. So anyway, and then I saw this ice cream Ben and Jerry's, and I saw like Cherry Garcia, and I was like, wow, that's such a cool name. And yeah, so we had ice cream, and so yeah, I wanted to recreate those flavors that I really enjoyed. And so my Ninja Creamy ebook has things like chocolate chip cookie dough, Cherry Garcia, quite indulgent actually. But they're all raw vegan and they're all oil free. There's strawberry cheesecake. I think I will spin the strawberry cheesecake afterwards, soon, I suppose. And then there is also like chocolate hazelnut. There's a pistachio. I made the pistachio, which is also a Ben and Jerry's copycat, because Mr. Jazz guitarist Az loves pistachio, and I'm usually quite frugal, and I don't actually like to buy pistachios because they're so expensive. But I was like, okay, I'm creating this book, so So I can like buy a big bag, big bag of pistachios and make the pistachio ice cream. Oh, talking about pistachios, I made in the vegan health bundle. There's this ebook that everybody has been also raving about called "Want a Date." It's by Amanda Sick from Plant Creations, and she has like a pistachio tahini bites. Her ebook is all about desserts made from dates, so I made that as well. And then yesterday when I went on my live, I actually paired this with the pistachio ice cream for us to eat, and he really, really liked it. So yeah. Actually, since we're talking about the Ninja Creamy, let me take out my strawberry cheesecake pint, and let me talk about the different components that go into it as well. I think that recipe is the one that is kind of the most involved, but I really like it because it's got all that depth of flavor. So hold on, let me just take the pint out so we can talk about it.
No problem. And that makes sense too. So if you're using the Ninja Creami, you've heard me say 80 million times, depending on your freezer temperature, you may need to let it sit for just a little while. You'll hear in some of the Ninja Creami communities, they're like, no, don't ever do that. It depends on how hard your freezer freezes. So if you are one of the ones that say, why is everything all snowy or it doesn't look creamy? You will either have to respend a little extra, like a few times, or bring it out of the freezer like Chef Yin is doing. We have some people, so Kiss was an ice cream scooper at Friendly's. Healthy Eating Life worked at Baskin Robbins when she was 16. Oh, and Cranberry Merlin said she got pistachio butter at one point, double the price of almond butter. And almond butter is not cheap either.
Yeah, okay. So the concept behind the strawberry cheesecake ice cream, I wanted it to actually taste like cheesecake. So I know like some recipes they just put like lemon and nutritional yeast and and maybe some miso and says like, this is cheesecake. And I was like, no, we need to make actual cheese. Well, not actual cheese, but actual raw vegan cheese. So I actually take the cashews, soak them for at least 2 hours so that they get soft, and then rinse and drain them. I blend it up with water, and I get this vegan probiotic capsules, and I actually open up the capsule and pour the probiotic powder inside the cashew mixture, blend it all up together, and then I let that mixture culture so that the bacteria, the I don't know how to pronounce that. The
Acidophilus.
that correct. Acidophilus bacteria actually allows the cashew mixture to ferment and culture into vegan cheese, and then I use that as a cheese base, and and then after that I think I add in some dried mulberries. I don't know, Kathy, did you use any dried mulberries in any of your ice creams?
I did not. And mostly just because they're very expensive here. You can get them in the health food store. But yeah, no, I haven't.
Okay. So these are the dried white mulberries. You guys can see it or not? You can, right? Yeah. So these actually work really great as a sweetener, as a thickener, because you see the color is lighter. So you can see that my strawberry the cheesecake bit is actually very light, because if you use dates, is it becomes really brown. And because I'm just looking at it from like a chef point of view, I'm thinking of texture, I'm also thinking of it visually as well, you see. So you could always use dates, but I wanted to look for something with a lighter color so that when I put my strawberry swirl on it, you can actually see it. And on Chef AJ show, I actually cut out strawberries and put them inside here as well. So so I made that base. I think, let me see, hold on. Let me just look at the actual recipe. So basically, there's water, white mulberries. I put in a bit of lemon juice, miso paste, just like one small tiny teaspoon of nutritional yeast. I had pure vanilla powder, and I started using white chia seed powder as well. Let me see. Here. So this is my white chia seed powder. Again, this kind of acts like a binder and I guess sort of stabilizer because I know like
Yeah.
I totally geeked out and I also went to the Reddit threads as well and to see what people do with their Ninja Creami and I saw someone writing about asking about if you don't want to use guar gums and you don't want to use xanthan gum, what can you use? And people talked about using psyllium husk and chia seeds. Yeah, so I tried using psyllium husk, but I think I used a bit too much. So it didn't turn out well. And the other thing I realized when I used psyllium husk, the bits always got stuck inside.
Oh, I bet that was horrible to clean out.
Inside here. Yeah, so I have to kind of like hold the latch open and take like tiny brushes and brush it and all that. So I stopped using psyllium husk. I use chia seed powder instead. Okay, let me put the latch back in. So yeah, so that's why I used it, but it's not like totally necessary. Like I said, Kathy's recipes are very easy and very quick to make. Mine is a bit more complicated because I'm looking at it from, like I said, a very chefy point of view. Yeah, and also because I'm feeding a lot of non-vegan people, and so when they have like just vegan, like vegan ice cream, they'll be like, "Oh, this doesn't taste like normal vegan normal store-bought ice cream or the ice cream that they have in your mind." So I was trying to create the textures that they used to it, and I think I managed to do that because I brought my key lime pie ice cream to my Chinese New Year gathering, and I also bought my chocolate hazelnut ice cream. There I actually brought my whole Ninja Creami machine over to my sister's house, and then I spin it for them, and they kept going like, "Why is it so creamy? How do you make this so creamy? Wow, can I have more? Give me more sauce and all that." So they really liked it, and that was a huge difference compared to like couple of years ago, I made like matcha ice cream for them in the Thermomix, and people did not like it at all.
I think that in general, most Ninja Creami recipes win people over too, just because it's not like nice cream. It's not soft. It doesn't melt so fast in general. I think people just don't then go, oh, it's already weird.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to spin it. So let's do that, and then I'll talk about the different components when I put all the ice cream together, and then yeah. Well, while I spin the Ninja Creami, Kathy, you can show people what else is in the vegan health bundle, and oh, if you want to screen share my. I didn't mention this, but if you also want to just show them my ebook and my Chinese takeout course as well, I have no problems. I'm not. Yeah, people can have a look at it if
I
you don't
don't
want
think
to.
I have it on this computer, but I'll definitely stop where this one is. I'm going to go ahead. You just tell me when, or actually, I'm going to mute. I'm trying to think of how I can mute you but not leave you there forever.
Oh, I can mute myself because I can see a mute
You
button
can?
here.
Okay, that'll be good. So if you can mute yourself when you're doing it and then unmute, I'll just stay on this one and I'll change it from the screen. And actually, we'll still be watching you. Look, you're there. You can wave at me if something happens. So the
Okay.
link to the bundle is also in the description that's down below. And stop that. There we go. All right, here we go. So then you get here, it tells you it's $49. It's counting down. So see, right now it's 7 hours, 16 minutes, and 47, 45, 44, 43 seconds till it's all gone forever. There's even a little thing you can watch, a big button to buy it. These are just some photos and general information. Basically, everything ends up being about less than $1. There's 70 ebooks and it's $49. And there's also courses and things like that. You can come back and refer to this page. So like here's what's the best way to download the content. and it literally gives you step by step. How much space does the download use? Under 350 megs of space. So you could put it on a USB stick. You could put in your Google Drive or Dropbox. So it's just really easy. It's really easy to do that. And if you don't get the download, link in your email. So what happens is you buy this, then you get emailed something. So let's say you don't get anything. And if you looked in your trash, maybe you made a typo in your email. What you want to do is email uwlbundle@gmail.com. You can email me, but I'm going to give you this email address because I don't see any of the business side of the bundle. So if you contact this person, so if you're having some troubles with something, use this email and let them know. I would also, you could, with a copy or receipt or order number, but if you didn't get anything, you can let them know. But one thing I do often when I buy things on the web is I go ahead and do a screenshot when it has a confirmation number, or you could go ahead and write that down if you feel like that might be an issue for you. Every year, the Vegan Health Bundle, which I think was the Vegan Weight Loss Bundle at some point, all the content is different. So even though I've had something in every bundle, and so is Chef Yin, we've never put the same thing in twice. So this bundle is not going to repeat anything that was in the bundle last year or the bundle before that. And so here's some of the stuff that's there. The plant-powered party that Chef Yin was talking about. Lots of really good raw stuff, which I like to make a lot of raw food in the summer in particular because it's very hot where I live. There's some other different things like healthy habits, and there's more than just food as well. There's Escape, Tim Kaufman's book about beating addiction, illness, and reclaiming his life. This is the Amanda's book that I believe Chef Yin just showed you a recipe from. Yes. And this is Chef Yin's takeout class. And so she's saying recreate Chinese takeout dishes like beef and broccoli, cashew chicken, General Chow, egg foo young with raw vegan techniques, which is really cool. So there's not only just a class, there's a full recipe book and step-by-step video tutorials on rice, soup, noodle, and main dishes. So she's got you covered there. Beat the Silent Killers, so that's by a doctor. You can get some medical, some information to help you with whatever issues you may be having. There's something on cholesterol, cancer, more classes, oil-free vegan sauce recipes, which everybody needs. We've got the Boone Broth recipe book. There's just so many things. This is raw sushi, so it's really cool.
Yeah, the raw sushi book is really, really good. I've made a lot of recipes from there.
Did you? It's beautiful.
Yeah. The crack spread repeat by Nate Marys next to that. That's also very good. That's also really nice. I made his sesame crisp crunch thing that was really good. I made one of the dips as well. I really liked it. And then right next to it, Plentiful Fare with Italian Fare. That's Donna. I made her Italian mushroom soup for us to drink, and that was as well. Yeah.
Oh,
Really
that
good.
sounds so good. And, like there's vegan activism. Dr. Matt Lederman and Dr. Alona Poolday are just really, really positive physicians and really kind of talk about a holistic way of doing things. So I find them very interesting.
Yeah, and I made they have a companion recipe book that comes together with that book as well. I made his stir fry recipe. I just posted the video on how to make it on my YouTube channel. That was also really delicious. Oz really liked it because he had broccoli and he likes anything with broccoli.
That sounds delicious. What are some of your other favorites as I'm passing?
I like Chef Julia's sourdough bread and pizza class, even though I don't actually have an oven anymore because I gave it away so that I could have space for my dehydrator. But I think Chef Julia is such a good teacher. She pays so much attention to detail and she really gives you like really step-by-step instructions. I think if you follow everything, and it's a video course as well, so you know exactly what to do and how it looks like. And she's very thorough. So yeah, I really like that class. Just like I'm looking at it from a point of, like a culinary instructor. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very good and detailed for sure. Let's see. I still haven't started this because this week I've been going slow, but like the Ignite Your Joy mini course by Veganosaurus is really interesting to me. That one's
I know
calling to me.
Cecilia. I met her at the Bali Vegan Festival a couple of years ago, actually. Yeah, she's really nice and very sweet and very cute. And I went through that course as well. I did one of the meditations, and I thought like the tips on there was one where she was talking about like how you take a piece of paper and write down, everything you're frustrated with and all that, and then tear it up and then compost it or something. I thought that was a really good exercise to do. I haven't done it yet, but I will want to do that when the bundle's over. But I did do one of her meditations. And this morning when I woke up, I was like, wow, maybe I should do another one of her meditations in the Ignite Your Joy course. Then I was like, oh, it's 6:45 and I'm supposed to go on at 8. Maybe I should wake up.
Yeah, because it's early in the morning for you. So that's true. I'm like winding down. But I like, one of the things I like about the Vegan Health Bundle is that health just isn't about cooking. It's got all these other things, and there's usually some exercises and some mental and spiritual kind of things that I think is really cool. I saw that the Dr. McDougall program put in the Starch Solution Masterclass.
Yeah, there's a vinyasa flow as well, which I did as well. I did one of the vinyasa classes.
Ooh, that must be coming down here.
Oh, the tofu curry. I like that one.
Yeah.
Because Tim Kaufman. Oh, I should show you. I made his burger when we make the screen bake. I'll show you the tofu burger that I made from his tofu mastery course.
Oh, yum. I love tofu.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The More Plants for Everyone by Dr. Carrie. That's also easy recipes. I made one of the curries as well, so ours like that as well. And then I made I think the Middle Eastern Mediterranean lentil soup from the one next, the plant-powered meal planner light, the one by Kim Murphy. Yeah, I made a recipe from there. As well. And she has like a 6-week meal plan, so you won't run out of things I want to make for like a month and a half. Yeah.
That's really good too. So like, because since here it's kind of like more cloudy and darker, it gets dark early and everything. So a lot of people have seasonal affective disorder, meaning they get depressed from the lack of light. So having something easy to do is really a great thing.
Yeah, that's a conscious. I did that. Yeah, I did one of the flow movements as well.
Oh, and there's 2 classes in there. That's great. And I like they're guided slowly so that you can really think about it. Like for me, sometimes depending on what kind of yoga class you go into, it can be like really relaxing or really super stressful.
Yeah, this one is very relaxing. So yeah, I want something relaxing. I don't want something difficult and hard to achieve and stressful.
Right? And let's see, fermented foods. Everybody's been asking about making fermented foods. And
that's a really good one, Nicole. Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Oh no, I say that's a really good one by Nicole because she shows you different videos on how to do it. And she's also like, she talks about the scientific research behind fermented foods and why it's good for you. And she does like a fermented turmeric and all that. So yeah. And I have fermented foods every day. I have my kimchi and my lacto-fermented bilingual. So yeah, I really like that.
Well, and it's so yummy too. It's not only just good for you, it even tastes great.
Yeah.
So that's a plus too. I like this rewire your mind. But I
went through a bit of that, but not the whole thing yet, because that's so yeah.
Let's see. And I thought this was cute to have a kid's book in here. And
And I made, the 2025 NHA cookbook. I made one of the tempeh recipes in there, and that was nice. They had like a tempeh breakfast. I think tempeh and mushroom breakfast scramble or something like that. I made one like that. Yeah, and us really enjoyed that as well.
yeah, I really like the NHA a lot. And there's juicing for people who are wanting to juice. There's some more people that I know in our area that are juicing a little bit more.
Hmm.
And see, we're still not to the end,
I
right?
know, right?
This is a lot of stuff. And Tim Kaufman has another cookbook in for plant-based comfort classics. A book talking about emotional eating. Talking about vegan health. So there's like lots of different things, plus, an interactive cookbook. A salsa workshop by Chef Bravo, I think will be really yummy. I love
Oh, that's
salsas.
so good. Because Chef Bravo is actually from True North. Yeah, so
Yes.
he knows. Yeah, yeah, he knows all about how to make plant-based food taste good.
And then we have Raw Chef Yin with creamy copycats.
Yay! Here,
Yay!
my pint that has been spun.
Yeah. And I didn't have a chance to look at these yet, but I was thinking the Holly Jolly recipes must be holiday recipes. It doesn't actually say, but there's a little Santa cap.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And people are always looking for different recipes to be able to bring to non whole food plant based friends and family. And I thought that was
Mhm.
pretty cool. And some stuff about fasting, which there's always tons of questions about. And I thought this was kind of cool. The retreat treats, because a
Oh
lot.
yeah, really good.
Did you
I
make
made
any?
Yeah, I made some of the recipes from there. I made his like a sag. He has like, and he divides into different kinds. There's like Mexican theme, there's the Indian theme, there's pizza. So I made two of his pizza recipes before. I made some of his raw vegan Indian food before. Yeah, I made some of the smoothies in there and all that. So yeah, that's really good. Chris Kendall is a good. He's been like raw vegan like forever and ever. I don't know, like 20 over years already. Because I remember when I first started going raw vegan, I was following him, and then I finally got to meet him in the bundle and talk to him, and I was like, wow, yeah.
That's awesome. And the holistic holiday at sea speaker replay. So we went on the holiday, that not the Alaska one, but we went on the Caribbean one last year, and the speakers were amazing. And we had friends who were on the Alaska one, and they said it was fantastic. And so that's like Dr. Greger, Dr. Batiste, and more. So that's a really neat thing to get to see too. Dr. Greger's hilarious.
He is. Yes, I saw that replay. Yeah.
And then Plant-Based Coaches video series. I like this idea of umami reset, because this is what I really like. Crave-worthy plant-based recipes. So to me, that says they should taste really delicious. But I haven't made any of them yet. But I'm really big on adding umami flavors to
Mhm.
different dishes, right? Because I think it helps them not be so flat.
Yeah.
And there's a Date Lady discount. And actually, I was saying at Costco here, there was Date Lady date sugar, and it's getting clearanced out. So I got like 6 bags of it while it was on
Oh,
sale. But
nice.
that sale is going to be gone probably when you go now. So you're going to need this 15% off.
Yeah.
And Plant Strong has a bunch of different products
Mhm.
that you can order from their website as well, and just have it delivered right to your home. And that's the bundle. And you've got a tidge over 7 hours to get there. So let's get back to you, and hopefully everything didn't melt, because that was a long list.
Okay, so we spun it, and
Oh,
let's scoop it out. Oh, ooh. So we'll just do one. Oh, I wanted to put in the strawberries before I scooped it, but I didn't. Never mind. I have some strawberry bits as well. Usually what I do is I put it inside here and scoop it, but I was too eager, so never mind. So we have the strawberry bits, strawberry. And then I have the strawberry swirl as well. So I
And
showed
that's
how to make.
Oh, I was just going to tell everybody, one of the things that people ask a lot of times is, can I put something in on the mix-in like that and use the mix-in setting? You can, but it will not be a swirl. It's just going to mix it in, incorporate it, because like if you've ever seen someone do a concrete or something where they put stuff in and then all of a sudden it's all mixed in, that's what it does.
Yeah, you have to kind of hand swirl. Sometimes I put it in a different, another container and then I swirl it in. But today I was a bit lazy. Oh, I also have the graham cracker crumble, because that's kind of supposed to imitate the crust of the cheesecake, right? So I think this one is made with like oats and dates and a bit of coconut sugar and some walnuts as well. So let me just put the crumble in. So I just
That looks
processed all that.
delicious.
Yeah, I put all that in the yeah. I mean, I think what some people do is they just put everything in this pint and then they scoop it up. But I like to crumble it outside, and then we do the swirl. Oh, well, it's kind of like a. Ooh, it smells so good. Yeah. So that's my ice. That's my strawberry cheesecake ice cream. Depending on how you want to do it.
It looks
Let
delicious.
me show you like. Oh well, it's softer now because it's been lying around, but yeah. It's 9 o'clock. I should be only be eating at 10, but maybe I'll take a bite. As he's in front of me.
You don't have Oz to eat it all for you.
No, he's fasting right now, so he can only eat it at night. Mmm. Mmm. Oh wow. Yeah, this is good.
The texture looks amazing.
Mmm. Good texture. Yeah, so so the other question I had a lot was like, if I don't have a creamy Ninja Creami machine, can you still make these recipes? So what I did was like 2 days ago, I processed all my I have like I mentioned, I have a pistachio recipe, also a Ben and Jerry's copycat, and so I processed that in my Thermomix, and then I poured them into my silicone mold. And then yesterday I tried to yesterday I did like I processed it in the Thermomix again, the frozen cubes. Oh, what am I saying? Yeah, let me just demonstrate it actually. Then you can see what is the difference. So you can still make it. The texture is slightly different, but you can still make it. Yeah.
That would be great, especially since some people may not have a Thermomix. And like one thing that I said, if you don't have a Thermomix or a Ninja Creami, I was saying you could freeze it in ice cube trays, and I'm sure Chef Yin's mix will work the same way as mine did. And then you could let them soften for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how hot it is. Put it in your blender, your high-powered blender, and make nice cream. The thing that's going to happen is the texture will be a little different, but it'll still be delicious.
So let me go and grab the pistachio and demonstrate that as well, so you can just see it. Yeah.
That sounds great. And we've got some different comments going on. De Valancourt says that she got the bundle and made both microwave pudding recipes from the class. Oh, I'm glad you like them. They're really quick, and it's nice to be able to have like a healthy, yummy snack. Oh, and happy birthday, Mona. This February was her 70th. Excellent. And let's see. Yeah, there's pudding. Pudding you don't even have to turn on the stove for. And Apple says she likes Kiko's ebook Namato a lot.
Oh, I like that one too, because that one talks about Kiko raw vegan journey. She's been like she's in Japan, so I guess if you go to Japan you should visit her, because she's also like a tour guide, you know. Someday it'd be quite cool because Cheryl is doing tour guide things now, right? Oh, is she joining us?
Well, she just kind of went over there, so I don't know. Maybe she will at the end. We'll see. I'm going to put it back
Alright.
on you and let you do this.
Okay. Okay, so like I mentioned, let me just let you know what's in the pistachio. Okay. Basically, I have like 1 cup of water, half a cup of avocados, half a cup pistachios. Yes, I know that's a bit indulgent, but yeah. And then I used like a quarter cup of maple syrup because I wanted to keep the green color there and not use date syrup. And then I used some pure vanilla powder. I put in a bit of white miso paste as well to round out the flavors. Traditionally in desserts, the chefs usually put in a pinch of salt, but I wanted to use miso instead. And again, I put in a bit of white chia seed powder, the one that I mentioned. Yeah. Yeah, and then I just blended it all up. And as Kathy mentioned, if you don't have a high speed food processor like my Thermomix, put it into ice cube trays and freeze it. But because I have the Thermomix, which is very strong, I put them in these silicone molds, and we're just gonna put, I think, 3 of them inside the food processor, and then we're just gonna process it. Yeah, so that it looks like this. It looks like this. But yeah, if you don't have a Thermomix, make sure you put it in ice cube trays because your food processor may not be able to process such big, huge cubes. The other thing also is like some people will just put in maybe a bit of liquid, maybe a bit of maple syrup, maybe like 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, or you can put in some plant-based milk as well. But if it's a normal food processor, that's not very strong. But because mine is actually a Thermomix, it can handle it. So yeah. So for those who have a Thermomix, I put this 20 seconds on speed 6. Sometimes they say you need to use the spatula, but I'm gonna try and see whether I don't need to use the spatula. Then I don't need to wash the spatula. Yeah. 20 seconds, speed 6. Okay, so this is the first round. Then we need to do a second round as well because it still looks a bit powdery. We'll do this for, I think, another 20 seconds on speed 4 this time. Oh. I was trying to hunt for my other ice cream scoop because the other one's covered with the cheesecake, but I couldn't. I think it needs a little bit more processing. Just a bit more. Couldn't find my other ice cream scoop. Ah, okay.
The pistachio.
No, it looks really nice.
Ooh, Cheryl's here. Did you hear her?
Oh,
because that's
we've missed you. Ooh.
She wants to eat some of that pistachio ice cream is what's going
certainly
on.
do. That looks delicious.
That texture
Yeah.
looks better than I expected it to. It's better than it would in the blender, I think.
Yeah,
good
look
texture.
at that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like proper.
That's why the Thermomix costs big bucks like the Vitamix.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I did put a lot of there is a lot of pistachio in it, and the avocado and all that. So yeah. So yes, you can make the. Ooh, I might as well eat this.
We're just jealous because we're not
Yeah.
tasting it. See if I've missed anything
Well, if you
else.
ever come over to Asia, you'll be welcome to. I'll be serving you ice cream every day.
That sounds
Oh,
good.
you
I was
need the
telling her
ice-
we might get there by 27 or 28, maybe at least by 28, we're hoping.
Yeah.
You'll need the ice cream because it's going to be very hot. But then you've experienced hot because you get like you what in the hundreds, right? I think
Yeah.
over here it goes to 90 something. I think at the most.
Then we'll probably be okay. I'm sure I'll whine about being hot, but we'll try.
I mean, we're
I
used-
don't whine about the rain, so maybe I need to be there for rainy season.
I was reading in a post earlier for one of the trips we're going on next month, and people were talking about it being 88 degrees and humid, and I thought to myself, wow, that's going to be nice. They've never walked out of their house when it's 100 degrees and humid. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The humidity's big here.
yeah, it's very
It's
humid
crazy.
here.
it's crazy humid here in Malaysia as well. I think most people can't take the humidity. Yeah, and you'll be sweating all the time. So
It's good for you to get rid of all those toxins.
That's right.
yeah. That's why people here they hang out in the malls so much because it's so hot to go out. Like you have to go out either early in the morning, and it's really nice because we have some really nice parks and gardens. But by like you have to go early, like 7 in the morning, because by like 9 or 10 it gets really really hot. And or you go in the evenings, yeah. But I usually get so tired in the evenings. I don't want to drive out. I don't want to move, so I only go out in the morning.
There was some place we were at recently where all the excursions were like in the morning, and there weren't any in the
Afternoon, yeah. We were in the Caribbean
Yeah,
a
it was
lot
someplace
last month.
where it was very jungly, and
Yeah.
they were like, yeah,
Yeah, no.
once it gets to be about 12:30, we're done. So
And we
Yeah.
both say hi to Oz. Oz said
Oz.
hi.
He's watching.
Yay. Happy fasting. We'll be rooting for you. I know it's kind of hard sometimes. And Mona was saying Raw Food Romance has some fermented food items in some of her recipes as well.
Oh yeah. So Raw Food Romance has a new ebook on raw vegan culinary techniques, and then there's a chapter on fermentation, and she has recipes on how to make ranchy beets, is fermented beets, how to make easy sauerkraut. She also has a microbiome kimchi because I just bought the ingredients yesterday to make the microbiome kimchi, and she also has even if you want to make tempeh, she actually has a few pages on how to make tempeh because Nate, her husband, I actually have a course on how to make tempeh from scratch. So he took my course, and then after that they started making their own tempeh, and they refined the methods as well on how to make it in the instant pot. So they've been making tempeh, and they also have a section on how to make tempeh. So yeah. There's lots of things on fermented food. So there's Nicole Fogelman who talks about how to make all the fermented foods in her fermentation masterclass. But Raw Food Romance, Melissa Maris also has one in the raw vegan culinary techniques ebook, which is a brand new ebook.
Oh, very cool. And Dovalian was saying, I eat ice cream all year, even if it's minus 25 Celsius outside in Canada. And Judith said she just ordered the bundle.
Nice.
There's a new person in, and so let me just clarify a few things. So, like, the bundle is plant-based. It's mostly whole food plant-based, in fact. Vegan is the word that's used in the title. on my channel here, we have people who are vegan, people who are plant-based, and people who are aspiring to add more vegetables. So we don't judge anyone here in this space on what they do or really ask them how they eat. So just know that that's a little bit of a boundary. We support everybody where they are. And what happens when you treat people with kindness is that oftentimes they feel more comfortable and they try new recipes, and then before you know it, they're hanging out with you every live.
And also, the more that they eat plant-based and eat more vegetables and realize that they can eat yummy food, the more they all start to swing a little bit over to the let's not harm animals side. So it's a win-win for us all. So
yeah. So if you're looking for something that's going to be kind of animal activism or something like that, that's not what we do on my channel. I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that, but we are here to talk about the food.
We are huge proponents of our local animal sanctuary. We're if you want to go to Veg Fest, I can't even remember the website now for Helene's stuff is.
Oh, Veg Fest Expos.
Veg Fest Expos, and then also there's another one that there's an online version of the Veg Fest too.
That's if you go
is
to
it Veg Fest Expos? Okay.
Yeah, if you go to, just you can look that up too. But
Dr. Melanie Joy, there's a course in the bundle by Dr. Melanie Joy that talks about effective vegan advocacy. So, that's also a very good one as well. And that also talks about, the animal rights part as well, if someone's asking.
Yeah, and what I love about the bundles, there's stuff for everybody. And usually we don't talk so much outside of the food as we are now just showing you all the different products. But since I had a new person, just wanted to kind of you are welcome as a vegan, you are welcome as a plant-based person, you're welcome as a transitioning person, or even a plant-based curious person.
Or even a Monday person.
Yeah, Meatless Monday. Come on over. Before you know it, it'll be Meatless Taco Tuesday too, exactly. Right?
We always talk about just adding more fresh, because I'm talking about raw, right? So I was just talking about adding more fresh fruits and more vegetables into your lifestyle. You'll find that will help you so much better with your health.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and it's just one of those things it's just we're compassionate here. We're compassionate to animals and we're compassionate to the other people, humans and people in the community. Yeah. Healthy Eating Life, which is Carlene. Yeah. Carlene said, would a food processor or a Vitamix be best if you don't have a Ninja Creami? If you have a strong food processor, you could try it. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is me who made my old food processor smoke making smoothies in it. So this is why I can say this. If you have a strong, probably new blender with a really food processor with a powerful motor, you should be great at that. That should work. If we have something like those high-powered Vitamix, Blendtec, something like that, that motor is typically stronger than a regular food processor. She has kind of the Vitamix of food processors going on. And you'll find it takes a lot longer too. Jason says it looks good.
Yeah. Kathy, I'm curious, have you made your Ninja Creami recipes in your 3 ebooks? Have you tried making those in your Vitamix?
I have. Yeah. And I do smaller ice cubes, and then I also let them sit for a little bit so you don't have to add quite as much liquid.
Okay.
In general, all of this is in general. It depends on how cold your freezer is. It also depends on how long those ice cubes have been in the freezer, right? Because if they've been in there a long time, then they're drier and you will have to add more. But I find there's a tendency when you just put the ice cubes in that you end up putting too much liquid in to make it start to blend, and then it's more of a milkshake.
Yeah. Yeah, because I usually don't recommend making it in the Vitamix. I would say in the food processor, like you say, if you you put it in smaller ice cubes and you let it thaw a bit. I think that will work. Or maybe if you have a stand, so a lot of people have a standalone ice cream maker as well. I know I spoke to a lot of people. They usually have it like in their storeroom or something. So
The only thing about standalone ice cream mixers is that you freeze it. So if you're going to eat all of it after you've mixed it right then that day and all of it's eaten, but then if you're putting it into a pint and putting it in the freezer, it's going to be rock hard.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so that's one of the reasons, like people are saying, I have an ice cream maker. Why do I need a Ninja Creami? And I'm like, you don't necessarily, but if you're looking to do low to no fat ice cream recipes, the Ninja Creami beats an ice cream maker any day of the week texture wise. And it is because it freezes so hard and it gets that really yummy part.
I was so mind blown. I think like my first ice cream that I made in the Ninja Creami, I went like, oh my god, this is worth the money. This is totally worth buying the Ninja Creami. I was just like, this is the best thing I have ever bought in 2025.
That's how I felt too. Yeah, it's a really interesting thing because I usually show everybody like all the different milk makers, and I'm like, if you're going to make oat milk, you don't need any of these, right? But if you want this one, you could get this would work for oat milk, but things like that. So people are always feeling like I'm trying to push them, and I'm like, with the Ninja Creami, I'm like, no, I think this is the best. And Raven Willow was saying, honestly, it's pretty much impossible to duplicate the creaminess that the Creami produces.
Yeah, definitely.
You can get close, and here's the thing. If you want to make one of Chef Yin's recipes this week and you don't have a Ninja Creami, then give it a go, right? Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. And if you need to save, then you'll like them, and then you'll save up for a Ninja Creami, or maybe find one on sale. And always look on Amazon, and then they'll have like some used like new deals and things like that. So check those out. Colleen is asking, is that type of food processor available in the States? You can get a Thermomix, and like Apple's saying, yeah, it's thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Like it makes the Vitamix look cheap.
Yeah. It makes the Vitamix look like it's a Hamilton Beach that you got at Walmart for like $19.99. So, yeah. They are considerably much.
Yeah, it's very expensive, and I did save up a lot of money. I did actually had to like really save up before I could get it. But I use it every single day. Even to boil water, I use it as well to make the curries. And then when I cook rice for us, I use it as well. And when I make green smoothies in the morning for my breakfast, smoothie bowls every morning. So I use it, and then I use it to make my dressings for my salad. So I use it every single day. So in that way, it's worth the buying. So it really depends.
It's very popular in Australia.
Yes.
Which is funny because, they're kind of basic white people and we're kind of basic white people. We all eat peanut butter. We all eat some of the similar foods, right? Yeah. So I find it so strange that it's so popular in Australia and nobody knows about it in the US, even though they have been trying. Like, I've been at blogger conferences that they've been at trying to get bloggers to use it.
Yeah.
So it's very strange to me.
I think when they initially look at it, they're probably thinking it's too complicated or something like that. But it doesn't look complicated when you use it.
People always ask me like, "What's that? What machine are you using?" Especially because I do my live streams on YouTube, so people always ask me what machine, and I tell them what it is. But I always have to tell them like it is very expensive though. So I use it every single day, so it's worth the money. But for other people to get it. Oh, I wanted to tell. Did I tell you about how I got my Ninja Creami? I don't think I
No, tell us.
Okay, so you came up. I was an affiliate for your ebook too, right? And I made all the recipes in the Thermomix, and I was quite happy with it. But then when you came up with Ninja Creami, your ebook 3, I knew my friend the year before had bought a Ninja Creami because he wanted to make high protein creamy recipes, and this is in Malaysia. So when you came up with your whole food plant-based Ninja Creami ebook 3, I messaged him and said like, hey, can I, are you still using your Ninja Creami? Could I borrow it for like 2 months or something? Because I want to make Kathy Hester's ice cream, right? And then he said like, oh, I'm actually thinking of selling it because I haven't been using it. Then I went like, oh, okay, how much do you want to sell it for? So in Malaysia, it's selling for 1,100 ringgit. That's how much it is in Malaysia. And then he said like, oh, how about 900? And I was like, dude, 900? I might as well buy a new one if I'm going to pay 900. And then what I did was I went online that we have this platform called Carousel which sells pre-loved items and all that. So I saw someone selling it for 500 ringgit, which is
Ooh.
half of the 1,100. And then so I told my friend, I said, hey, someone's selling it for 500 ringgit. Can you match that price? If you can, I'll just buy it from you immediately rather than buying from this other person in Shah Alam, which is like a 40-minute drive from me, because he's like a 20-minute drive or something. And I said, then he was like, oh, okay, I'll sell it to you because I know you're going to use it anyway. So yeah, so I went over to his house, picked it up, and then I asked him, how many times have you made it? He went like 3.
Oh, wow.
So it's brand new.
It's brand new, yeah.
He got a brand new Ninja Creami for more than half the price. And then the first time I've been sending him pictures of like, I say, hey, thanks so much for selling me this, I've been making all these recipes, right? And ice cream. So I've been sending him the pictures and he went like, oh wow, yours doesn't, mine doesn't look like yours. How come yours looks like really scoopable? I went like, yeah, because I'm making Kathy Hester's recipe. Got it. I actually sent him the link to your ebook, the ebook too, and I said you should check out my friend Kathy Hester, because she's been coming up with all these amazing Ninja Creami recipes that you might want to check out. And then he asked me what were the ingredients. So I just told him, I didn't give him the proportion, but I told him what the ingredients were. And then he asked this question, he's like, oh, you're not using any stabilizers? You're not using any gums? I said, no. I say we don't need to. Then he's like, oh wow, yeah. So yeah, that's my Ninja Creami story.
Oh, I love that. And one of the things too is when I see other people not in our community, not looking to do whole food plant-based, but like looking to, they're starting out using gums. And part of it is because the Ninja Creami book says, oh, use cream cheese because that helps with, because it already has stabilizers in it. Mm-hmm. And then people get like, oh, we need all this. And sometimes you just need it to be thick.
Yes.
Yeah. Apple was also saying a horizontal juicer with a blind attachment makes a good ice cream too. That's what I use. That would be really good too, and you would be able to put the cubes, I think, right into it. I would still let them, without knowing how cold your freezer is, I would let them sit for a little bit. If you find it's too smushy at the end, then do it less. The reason I say that, they can freeze really, really, really hard and be really hard on some mechanics. That's all. And I loved what Devalian Court said. We were almost all pre-vegans at one point, and I like that sentiment a lot. And Carlene has her food processor is one of the ones that's the Vitamix that has the food processor on it. So you'd be using a great motor, and that would be what I would choose in that situation.
Yeah. Definitely, you should definitely be able to make it if it's the Vitamix food processor. Yeah. That's really strong.
And she also says, it's just for me and my husband. We're more into taste than anything else. So she's okay if it's not exactly the perfect texture. If my kitchen was a little bit bigger, I'd buy the creamy. The new swirl, which I have over here, is the biggest one. So don't get this one if you have a small space. Yes. But it has this whole thing is just for making the swirl, like this, like you get at like Dairy Queen or something like that, only healthy. But the other ones aren't so bad. This one's a little heavier, but it makes swirls, so that makes me pretty happy.
My Ninja Creami is now a permanent fixture on my kitchen countertop. And My place is really small. I mean, I'm sitting down, you know. You'd be like, yeah, I have to stand. I can't even stand to do the lives. I have to sit. So you can imagine how tiny my kitchen is. And I managed to make space for the creamy, which is like permanently here.
Right. Oh, and Chris is saying you have to be, oops, here we go. You have to be a bit careful. I have a friend who bought one, but it was from Europe and was wired differently and needed to be converted. So depending on where you are, that one may have already been for not a US one. I don't know. Chef Yen, is that like, is the plug, do you have European plugs?
There's it's European plug. Because I think they have a
Yeah,
an
it's a
yeah, they have
240.
a
That's what we refer to as a 240 here.
yeah, because we use the British system. So
Yeah,
they
and see,
sell
mine's just this. Look at how dinky this is compared.
yeah, and in fact, I think they made this for Malaysia because I don't know whether they made it for Malaysia, but the you know because there's this part that says like in the event that the unit loses power due to overheating, blah blah blah. They actually have instructions in Malay as well. Dalam keadaan di mana unit mengalami kehilangan kuasa disebabkan. So this is for Malaysia, and I think maybe Malaysia and Singapore. Yeah, because there is a ninja office here. So
Oh,
when
cool. It would make sense because I
Yeah.
think most of their manufacture, I don't know, I could probably read around, but I would assume most of the manufacturing is being done in Asia because most of the kitchen appliances are being manufactured in Asia now,
yeah.
for sure. But Chris said her friend got it working, but it wasn't plug and play. And that's true. You do have to be careful. So let's say, not that I would ever buy anything off of Temu, but perhaps I have. I actually even got a milk maker off of Temu.
Oh,
It
was
didn't
that?
work very well, which
Didn't
is
work
why
at
no
all.
one, well, it worked a little bit, just burnt. It burnt. You didn't want it. You didn't want to
okay.
even go look at it. But so some things like that, like even on Temu or if you're on different sites, it should say how it's wired. So, but it may not. And Carlene says she'll let us know tomorrow how it turns out. It'll be kind of brown due to, she's making it with date syrup.
Oh
And-
yeah.
And that's fine. And like one of the things that we can talk about too, because like I was trying to get some things to be whiter by using pear puree, applesauce. It doesn't sweeten it up quite enough, I think.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that you have to remember too is if you taste your mixture, and I don't know if you found this with the ingredients you're using, then when it's cold, it doesn't taste quite as sweet sometimes. So you guys might want to like have a little more flavor before it goes into the freezer. But
Definitely.
other
it's
than,
cold,
oh, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
no, when it's cold, it I want to say like it kind of numbs the flavors. No, yeah, it won't be as sweet as when you taste it at room temperature. So definitely need a bit more sweetener in it as well. Which is why I don't eat like I mean I don't eat like a whole pint. You know, I only usually just eat a scoop. I mean, ours will eat 3 scoops, but I only eat 1 scoop. Oh, which is something very funny. I wanted to tell you this. Remember when I visited you, Kathy and Cheryl in your home, and then when you made ice cream, then you gave me 1 scoop, and in my head was like, I only get a teeny weeny scoop, and then us got more 2 scoops or something, and then I didn't say anything because I just like, oh, how come I get so? Then the next time you did that again, then you told me like, oh, because when you eat out, you always eat very little dessert. So
Yeah, because you could, all of y'all out there, if you're at my house and you feel like I did not feed you enough, just come talk to me and I will give you more food. But also, you had also said with cold, you're like, I don't like to eat much cold because it makes me cough. And I was
Yes.
like, well, I don't. And so I was also thinking, I didn't want to give you so much that you felt obligated to eat all of it. But I probably, And Oz probably said, I want more than that, and I didn't ask you anything else. And usually what I'd say is, let me know if you want more than that, so that you always know you have the option. But now you know for future.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're Asian, so we don't speak out so much, you see. But when the second time you said it, then in my head, so I was going like, oh, maybe I want to eat more. But then, like you said, it was already night. Then I was like, oh, I shouldn't eat so much sugar at night. So yeah, I had the one scoop, whereas us had like, I don't know, 3 or something like
Well,
that.
yeah, because when we would go out to dinner, you'd be like, well, I don't eat so much sweet, but I'll try this.
Oh yeah, but that's like outside, you know. If it's your food, I want to eat more.
Okay, now I'll know. Because it's funny, because I just don't want anyone to feel like they have to eat more than they want. But
Yes, I get what you mean. Like even when I serve people my ice cream, I give them one scoop and I say, if you want more, you can have more. Because sometimes I feel like my vegan ice cream might not suit their taste, you see. So yeah. And then that day when I served it to my friend, after the one scoop, I said, do you want more? He said, yeah. Then I said, how much more do you want? And then he went like, I said, do you want one more scoop or two more scoops? And then he said, surprise me. And I was like, I don't know what that means. So I gave him 2 scoops and he ate up the 2 scoops. So he had 3 scoops of my ice cream. So I guess.
see, I probably would have handed him the pint and a spoon. Eat as much as you want. That's what I'll do next time. Next time I'll have one pint for Oz and 1 pint for you, and you guys can have as much or as little as you want until it's gone, and we'll go to the next one.
Yeah, I initially I thought like, oh, maybe it's 4 of us, so you had to ration it out or something. Then you told me the second time when you told me like, oh, you don't eat much when we eat out. I was like, oh, that's why I'm eating.
That's hilarious, because I've never heard anyone. You're the first person who's been like, oh, you don't, because I'm always like, don't you want some more? Aren't you hungrier? And and then I'm like, also because I wanted to be respectful to your food plan, since you eat high raw and you eat mostly raw, and we were eating more cooked food with us. I didn't want to mess up your whole, system. That's funny though.
Yeah, that was really
I
funny.
promise to feed you more next time.
I look forward to that.
It'll be good. I'm looking for it. Like, it would be so exciting for you to show us around Malaysia.
Yeah, the flavors and all the fun things as well. I mean, sometimes like, when us and I we went to this there's this very artsy mall that sells like really cute little stuff and all that, and we were like, oh my god, like Kathy would love seeing all this. Yeah, and us is like, Kathy will buy the entire shop.
I watched a YouTube video the other day because we're watching a lot of travel stuff, but literally in Japan they have a stationery conference where all the new stationery comes out. Like, it's like 3 or 4 floors.
And you can get a special ticket, like how they give you like VIP tickets, and you can get a special ticket.
They make a notebook to your specifications.
They make a notebook to your specifications, and like you go pick it up, and I was like, wow.
I was like, I want to go there, and we can never go there because then we won't have a place to live. Because everything was so cute too.
Yeah,
I love Japanese stationery.
She wants to do the Hello Kitty train.
Oh yeah, I was trying to get on that. Did we get on the Hello Kitty train? Did we do that?
Oz is on, so he was saying the shop is so cool. Well, I was saying if we don't get to Malaysia, maybe if nothing else, they can meet us in Japan.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oz definitely wants to go back to Japan because he wants to play with the musicians there, and they've already like told him like he can come back anytime and play there. So yeah, we just need to save money.
That'll be fun. Oz, you can bring your own groupies.
Yeah.
Your groupies from the U.S. It'll be fun. They'll be like, who are those old ladies and why are they hanging around Oz? Be like, we're really his aunts. And Carlene says, if you ever start having vegan tours of Malaysia, I'd love to come.
Oh, that was interesting because I was just telling us that I said, because my friend in Germany, she started like unique vegan tours, and she brings people around and shows them where to have like, the really nice vegan food and vegan snacks, and also, gives the historical tour of Munich. And then I was telling us, I said, I wonder whether I can do that in Malaysia. I can do like because they have the Airbnb experiences, and actually, so many years ago when Airbnb experiences just started out, they actually contacted me and asked me to do I taught some vegan workshops actually on the Airbnb experiences platform. But they also asked me whether I wanted to do like a vegan tour in, just like in the city and all that, because yeah, you can take them around and show them all the vegan, well, it's not real vegan, but it's vegan cooked food, and also show the historical sites and all that. So I was just telling us, I said, oh, that might be a fun thing to do apart from, developing Ninja Creami recipes. But
Oh, that
yeah,
could be fun. And Cheryl's doing travel agent stuff now, so we might be able to book people to go there too, and then they can get the tour from you. Maybe we should talk about this. Maybe this is something we could work on.
Maybe our group tour is not a cruise.
Yeah, it could be. I'm hoping that we do at least one group tour, group trip next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. It's been a busy year, so I'm like, oh, we're going to do new things, are we? Probably the same way you feel like, yeah, sure, go ahead and bring 30 people for me to do a Malaysian tour. Maybe not quite yet. Yeah, I did see that, Apple. Miyoko's hosting a vegan tour of Japan next month. It should be lush. I think that her tours are really cush, too. There was a part of me before last year when it was my 60th birthday, I was thinking about taking Miyoko's tour. I think I talked to you about that.
Yes.
And I was like, well, because it's true if you go on a tour with someone like that, because she's the main event. And I'm like, I want to see all the things in Japan. Our friend Doc Rock went to college or university in Japan. So he's so smart. And you would not know it. Like, he's been a DJ and he's really funny. He's worked for Apple. He's been in the Army, jumping out of planes. He's like this crazy guy. He speaks English, Spanish, and fluent Japanese. So I'm like, I want you to go, because his girlfriend and the girlfriend's mother, they're just never going to get married. It's really his life partner. They go back to Japan once or twice a year, and I'm like, I want to go with you because you can help me speak to people. Did you have any trouble with the language when you were in Japan, or did you?
I think we used the Google Translate app. Yeah, we used that a bit, the Google Translate app. And then, but because we were in the cities, we were in Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. So that's like all the major cities. So it wasn't so difficult. And we met up with a friend. We met up with a few friends as well, who lived in Japan. So they also took us around as well. So it wasn't that difficult, and there was a lot of this. I think there was because we were in the main cities, there were so many vegan restaurants around. I think we just ate at vegan places and that's it. It's just that you need to do a lot of research before that. So I planned every single thing, like every day, this is where we're gonna go for lunch, And because we lived where we stayed in an Airbnb, and there were like 6 grocery stores, like within walking distance. So it was really easy. And because we were Airbnb, I basically made breakfast and dinner, and then lunch we would go out to eat. So
and that's the perfect way to do it too, because then that way you can kind of splurge and eat a little bit differently than you might normally eat, but you're still going to feel okay at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh.
And convenience stores, they have like pre-packed salads and all that. So you just don't use the salad dressing, and that was like really easy as well.
And if you're in the Airbnb, you could have even made a salad dressing and brought with you if you wanted to.
I think I just use avocado and lemon juice, and I got a lot of cherry tomatoes and all that. So Yeah, it's just that the fruit there was very, very expensive.
Well, and the fruit there is supposed to be perfect, right? Like
Oh,
perfect.
it was strawberry season when we went that time, so we had strawberries all the time, and yeah, it was amazing. Strawberries were amazing.
Wow.
I've seen some of the fruit, and so they give. I believe a tradition is giving fruit as presents too, but like
Yes.
in molds, like they'll grow square watermelons, and so they'll
Yeah,
put a
yeah.
mold around. Like I've seen someone in the U.S. make a Frankenstein one by putting a Frankenstein mold on it, but like that's one of the reasons. Like some of the fruit you see is like it can be like $100 for a
Yes.
thing or more, but there's
Yeah.
a different kind of care that's gone into it. It's not necessarily that I only want to eat square watermelons, but for them, it kind of was smart because then they can pack it in a box, pack it in a truck.
Yeah.
It's going to get
Yeah.
less damage. Like I just feel like there's a really neat thought process. And Apple's saying, I love how Miyoko's gone all scorched earth and is releasing all her recipes that were stolen from her. Don't mess with her. Yeah, she's done her butter.
Yeah.
I think she just released her Roadhouse cheddar. I have something similar to that as well. And someone was asking, how do you get the recipes? Go to her YouTube channel and follow her on Instagram. And I do appreciate that too, because I feel like even though most of us don't do oil or don't do oil all the time, if I was going to have people over who ate oil or who were meat eaters, having Miyoko's vegan butter for them could be a game changer. Like it's like, oh, what do you mean this isn't real butter? And you know, her products were just really, really delicious. And her pourable mozzarella, I have something similar to that I had in last year's bundle in the pizza classes. So if you got last year's bundle, go get that. I've got some good cheese recipes. And Chef Julia does like a proper wheat sourdough crust, and I was doing more like healthy red lentil crust or a quinoa crust. So, but you can mix and match a little bit. Let's see what else.
There's only one bean. There's only one cheese recipe of yours that I don't like, and that's that original bean one.
Oh, well, no, and that it's a long story. So when I was doing the bean book, the Great Vegan Bean Book, so I was using beans instead of oil in muffins and stuff like that, and I use a lot of flaxseed for egg, right? So there's a lot of fiber, like more fiber than Cheryl was used to having, and now
And that was back when I
that was her
not-
pre-vegan days.
That was my pre-vegan days. So, and I didn't eat a lot of vegetables. So,
And I did nearly kill her with fiber. She thought she was never going to leave the bathroom.
yeah,
So,
was rough.
so if you have a partner who's not, just be a little careful. Be my. I was like, I'm doing fine. She must be doing fine, and she was like, oh.
Speaking of beans, I made this well, it's like tofu bean burger patty from the remember I was telling you about Tim Kaufman?
Yeah.
He has a tofu mastery ebook, and he has the ultimate tofu vegan ultimate tofu burger. His recipe makes 10 burgers, and I really like this as well. So I actually made it for us so that like his 10 meals are settled already. He's gonna just have these burgers with rice and kimchi and all sort of funny things. But I actually really like it as well. So I stole one and I ate it. I was like, wow, this is really good. So I think later today I'm gonna have this as my snack later, because I'm gonna have after this live I need to quickly make a green smoothie for my breakfast, and then lunch I'm gonna make a salad, and then as a snack later I'll have this. I'll have the burger. Yeah, by Tim Kaufman. Fat Man Rants.
I know.
He's doing his 6th Iron Man now.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
just nuts.
I think him and Josh LaJohny were friends when Josh was still racing
Yeah.
and doing crazy things. I did want to ask you one thing before we get off, and I will let you go because it's your morning and we've taken up a lot of your time. And thank you so much for your generous gift of hanging out with me. Have you tried making your green smoothies in the Ninja Creami?
I made it once. Yes. I tried out your smoothie bowl recipe that you put up online, right? I think you put it up. You had a smoothie bowl
Yeah.
recipe on TikTok. Yes, I tried making that. Yeah, I liked it. It was very pretty. It's just that it's very cold. I don't like.
Okay.
I'm so afraid of cold. You know how I'm afraid of the cold. Yeah. So my green smoothie bowls, I don't actually put like ice or anything in it.
They're more loose,
Yeah, but
soupy. Okay.
actually recently what I've been doing is because I get my leafy greens, right? I don't know. Oh, I don't have it with me. So the Chinese leafy greens, there's something called choy sum. I don't know whether you know what choy sum is.
I think I
Or
do.
even the kailan. So the stems are very long and then you have the leaves. So what I do with the stems these days, I cut them into little pieces and I actually freeze them. So when I make my smoothie bowl, I put a bit of those frozen stems in it. And then I use leafy greens and my bananas and orange and my ground flax seeds and my amla powder and my black sesame seeds and all that. So and I put that there. So it's not so cold, but there is yeah, it's a bit like cool, chilling effect, I guess, I suppose. But instead of like a whole very cold Ninja Creami smoothie bowl, yeah, I would be able to eat that.
And that makes sense because I like it because in the summer I love to do that because it's too hot to eat. And so
Right,
it cools me down and then I feel better after I eat it. But like if I ate one this morning because it was like 40 degrees all day today, I would have had to wear a sweater, but I would do it. I still would do it. I still drink ice drinks and things. I know that.
Oh, if you were here, we would had to put the space heater in the room with you.
yes.
We would have had to put some sort of Icelandic ski suit on you.
Yeah.
Because I had it cold for me. I got cold.
Yeah. Because yeah, you're right. It will make I can't eat the whole thing because it'll make me cough. It would make me cough. Yeah. So.
And see, those are the kinds of things I remember.
Yes. You're right about it like being if it's just one scoop or vice one two, even like I think 3 scoops I would cough already. So yeah, I couldn't like if it's just a scoop.
All right, let's see if there's any more questions for Chef Yin. Apple. I'm not going to put that one up, but read the comments. It's hilarious. Okay, I think there's no more questions. Once again, the bundle ends in a few hours. Let me look real quick. 6 hours and 9 minutes. And you're not going to hear about the bundle tomorrow. So if you've been like, please make it stop. I think you've been like, I'm really glad Kathy's back online because I kind of took like a month and a half off of just like not doing anything. But I'm going to be online even when I start traveling again soon. And so you will see me more, I promise. Make sure when you get the bundle, or if you already have it, to download Chef Yin's book and go get her Chinese class for sure. I would also make sure to get Chef Julia's class.
See, Raven has a question for Chef Yin.
Okay, so I didn't use the picture you sent me. So this question, I need to preface this. I don't know if you saw, I used the picture from when you did a demo with me, I think for the Ninja Creami 3 ebook. It's either 2 or 3 because you were eating an ice cream.
Okay. I also previously I created a dairy-free ice cream course a couple of years ago, so it might have been from there, I think.
And so she was saying, what's the bright blue, something that looked like bright blue?
A bright blue wrap.
Let me go look at this.
Was that the cosmic?
Oh, on her channel.
On her channel.
I'm sorry. Yeah, bright blue wrap on your channel.
Okay, so this is like this is not a wrap, not me wrapping myself, but it's the raw vegan wrap, as in like a burrito wrap. And I think I made it. That was a recipe by Lisa of Raw Food Romance. We used blue spirulina powder to make it. But if you get the vegan health bundle, there is actually a class on how to make raw vegan wraps, and the recipe is there's a raw vegan recipe on how to make I think everything but the bagel wrap. If I'm not mistaken, I wonder whether that was the recipe, and then you just put in two teaspoons of blue spirulina powder. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
So
everything so pretty.
yes. Yes. Yeah. My booty sent me that, and then I also made that was the other thing I wanted to tell you. Have you tried using tiger nuts? So I
I
made
have some, but I haven't started using them yet. What have you been using them for?
I made them. I made ice cream with them. So I use I instead of making, so I made tiger nut milk, right? I think I used like 1 cup of water and a quarter cup of tiger nuts. But the tiger nuts you need to soak them for 24 hours before you use them. And then I think I most probably put in like either dates or dried white. I think I used dried white mulberries and all that. I actually have a video on YouTube on how I made that, and that turned out very well. And the thing is, tiger nuts has a natural sweetness to it as well. So that was really interesting. And when you blend it together, you don't. The first round I blended the water and the tiger nuts together, and then I strained it. But the second round, I was like, I don't think I need to strain it because I'm making it in the Ninja Creami, and I didn't need to. So that works well as a bit of a thickener as well. So, and then I put the blue spirulina powder in it. In fact, I think Kathy, I posted that one in your Ninja Creami Facebook group, the whole food plant-based Ninja Creami. Yes, I posted that recipe there.
Oh, cool. And it's not my group, but I'm an admin there. So just so everybody else knows, if they see, usually I'm the one that's going in doing the finger shake going, no. Like you saw the rules up at the top, right? Like they say yes to the rules and they'll be like, well, I don't know why I can't use honey, or I don't know why I can't talk about protein powder. And I'm like, because you said you wouldn't. That's why.
Is it Victoria's group then?
No, she is also an admin, and so is Tanya. It's a woman from Australia. It's her group.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and when she started it, I was in there a lot, and she was asking, I think she asked me if I wanted to be an admin. I was like, sure. And then she was like, she didn't know me. And it was kind of funny because and then she was like, are you the Kathy Hester that does the Ninja Creami recipes? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, are you okay if I put in my book sometimes? Like, I'm not obnoxious in there at all, but like when I have a new book, I'll put a few things, or if I have a live doing a demo. And she's like, yeah, no, you're doing a lot of work. Go make some money. She's super sweet.
Nice.
There's a question about the burgers again. Where did you make the burgers from?
Oh, this one. Yes, I asked him whether I could share the recipe, and he said I can. So
no, they don't want the burger recipe. So it's in the Tim Kaufman's tofu book, right?
Oh yeah, he has a tofu mastery course, and he has a tofu made easy 10 must-try recipes. Look for the ultimate tofu burger recipe. I think it's in page 1. Let me just look at it. It's the first recipe. Yeah, I'm using onions, black beans, tofu, white rice, liquid aminos, onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, red pepper, your salsa, and oat flour.
Oh, that sounds great. And that sounds like that can be a leftover burger too if you have beans and rice already.
And I think I added some, if I'm not mistaken, because remember I bought, I don't know whether you remember, I bought some onion salt, I think, from Trader Joe's because I really like that one. Yeah, so I put in some onion salt in here because he has liquid aminos, but I felt like he needed more flavor, so I put in some of that as well.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Those look great. Well, again, thank you so much, and thanks for I know you get up early, but you probably got up a little extra early, and we appreciate it, and have a really, really amazing day.
Thanks, Kathy and Cheryl, and thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.